Ooh, look who it is. Oh, man. The oohs are already coming into the chat. We haven't even gotten started. And there's oohs all over the place, man. I love it. Oh, I love it. Whoa! You know it. Welcome, everyone. It is the king of the restreams here. It's time to kick off the official start to the Classic Tetris Summer. The best of 99 Season 3 is here. Man, oh man. This is amazing. I love it. And, of course, I can't do 99 games all by myself. I have to have a partner in crime to come and do this. There's only one man that I know that can go 99 games and ask for more. He is living legend, retro gaming machine. And, of course, an NWC 2015 finalist, Chris Bidwell. My man. What's up?
Kingsman, what is up?
Oh, my God, dude. I missed you. I missed you. It's been so long. It's been so long. Woo.
I mean, you kind of got the word not too long ago, and we got this. I won't spoil the matchup yet. Everybody maybe sees it already, but my response is LFG. Let's just go.
No delay. It's time to play. We just go right on in, man. Oh, man. But, Chris, I'm so happy that this happened. I was getting a little worried that, maybe Jeff would say, nah, I'm good. 99 was plenty to last a lifetime, but I got to meet him in Vegas back in March, and that was kind of like, you hear those stories of like people flying out to go get talent, right? Free agents and all that stuff. I felt like I was Vince McMahon going to go and get Cody Rhodes back to come and do one more run. You know what I'm saying? So I went and got to meet Jeff, and of course see Kim and everybody. It was great. The kids got to meet up each other. They had a great time. And I said, Jeff, man, 99, you did it once. Would you do it twice? And he said, depends on who you get, King. I'm not going to play any jabroni. I don't want to beat up, Ben Mullen again or Louis Scuey. I don't want to beat those clowns. Give me somebody good. And I made a phone call to his buddy down the street, and he was very intrigued. And, how negotiations are, Chris. They got to go for weeks at a time, and people ask for the moon and back, but we signed him. He's going to be here. KITARU and Jeff relive the magic from once in a lifetime. My word.
A two-time finalist, a one-time finalist, the meme versus the legend. I've got goosebumps.
Certainly.
Between this and Ellie De La Cruz, my red legs, this has been a hell of a night.
Ooh, that's kind of how it goes. So I'm very excited. This is gonna be such a great night and a lot of fun. And I think we're gonna have memorable moments here. We'll get to see, what kind of shape these guys are in, right, Chris? I mean, we haven't really seen Jeff since the December show that he did defending the title for Twitch, and Alex, of course, usually just kind of hangs around when we see him at the CTWC. So I'd love to see what kind of game shape these guys will be in. And you got to think, will Alex be able to handle 99 games? I mean, that's a lot of games. I don't even know if he's ever played 99 times in his life. This ClassicTetris.
I think 99 probably less than what he normally does for his warm-ups for CTWC. He's got a life, he's got a career, he's got a family, so doing this is going to be good training, and maybe he'll put in one of his signature performances in October. Spoilers. But both are... I got to say, the 99 certainly helped Jeff last year, so it's a winning formula. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. I'd like to thank Zempro for the subscription, Tier 1, 4 months here. Subscribe to the ClassicTetris channel. That's right, we're here. Bidwell, that's the other thing. I almost didn't remember which channel I was going to stream on. We're on the ClassicTetris channel. This match is so big, we had to bring it over here. My word.
Yeah, big leagues.
The big leagues, two iconic players that are infused with the CTWC. You got to bring them over here, so why not? And, of course, Chris, kickoff is about 8 minutes away. That gives me time to kind of talk about the past of the Best of 99 series. This was the brainchild of our good friend, Louis Scuey, right? This is something that he came up with, it was like a meme. It's like, King, you want to get involved in doing this kind of game? Because me and Ben are going to play 99 times. And originally, the concept was just going to be first to 50, and that was it. But then, after a couple of weeks, they were like, well, F it. Let's just go play 99. Why the hell not? And that's exactly what happened. And I think we just started an annual tradition with that.
Yeah, it's great. Summer just started. I mean, It's a nice series. I don't need to type. I don't need to hype this up. It's awesome. Look at this. Got the battle of the necks. You got the title card already up.
Yeah, the title card is up there, and you can see it. It is Jeff versus Alex. Season 3 about to get underway. So let's kind of do a quick recap of how the other seasons broke down. Let's go take a look at kind of what the rules shake out so people can understand how this all broke down. So we don't have the results in the graphic. I should have done that for season 1, but I'm kind of lazy. So we'll just show you what happened with season 2 right now. And this is a kind of what we did with season 2. And basically, as you can see right there, Chris, here are the house rules. We got house rules that Louis invoked and created, and basically it's very simple. We're going to play level 18 all the way. There is no shenanigans of level picks of 19, 15, whatever, right? These are pros, Chris. They play level 18 all the time. They don't need any tomfoolery. And then
this is legend play. Yeah,
of course. And then you got players that are going to restart the match if they top out under 100k, which is a very unique add-on, right, Chris? We saw that a number of times. That actually wasn't a bad idea. I think it allows us to kind of get redos. We don't want to have a quick 9 games with early top outs all over the place. I don't think you'd see that in this kind of matchup with these two. But again, it adds an element of like, hey, we want to see good matches. That's the reason we're here. It's all about fun and getting trained up for maybe the big show. So forget about those early top outs. We don't care. You got to play at least over the 100k threshold for a match to count. And then, of course, mullining games is at the discretion of the player, because for 2 seasons in a row, Chris, we had the icon Ben Mullen involved, so you have to invoke the mullining rule, right?
Tetris is Classic Tetris' own bat flip. It's showing off, no point to it. But hey, if you've got a good run going, play to the end, see how it plays out, get hyped in the chat, listen to us, have fun with it. It's all good. We don't have time limits here. We're going to go as long as it takes. It's Wednesday night. What else you going to do? Where else you going to go? It's best of 99. We're on CT1. We're at the real big boy channel. We got Boom Tang in chat.
Oh, boom for you. And then, of course, they're going to play 9 games every week for an 11-week period. So last season, this is the results here. As you can see that, Chris, we've got Ben destroyed Jeff in that first week. And that kind of, Barrett had summed up. Jeff was very, very rusty in that first week and did not look like the Jeff that we've come to recognize throughout any Classic Tetris match that he was involved in. And I think after that shellacking, they had a little break in between, and Jeff came back, and look at that. After that, Jeff won on a tear. I mean, look at the results. After the 9-0 shellacking, Jeff then went on to win week 2, 7-2. He beat up on Ben 9-0 to give us the sweep right there, so gave it right back to Ben. And then he went on 6-3, 7-2, and 8-1, and a 7-2, and then a 6-3 before Ben even got back into the win column. So Ben got beat up pretty bad throughout all of that before he got back a win. And then Jeff took a 7-2 in the second to last week. And then our final week, Ben edged out Jeff 5-4 in a decider. So, wow. You can kind of.
So we're going to be here all. Yeah, by the time this is over, we're going to be pushing into fall and getting into CTWC hype season. And it's a great way to work up to that. I love it.
Well, certainly, indeed.
So happy to be here.
I know. I'm so excited. So what we'll do is we'll move on. This is going to be Season 3's house rules. So rules are staying in effect, but you can see this is the timetable that we're kind of working out. So we're going to kick things off this evening here on June 7th, and then we'll be back next week as well for June 14th. Then the guys will take a week off to kind of recharge and get set. And then after that, the plan is to go running through the rest of the summer. Every week, you're going to hear on Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. We're going to have this matchup going. So you see the July 5th, the 12th, the 19th, the 26th, and then we get into August. Boom, boom, boom. 4 weeks of August going right into the WPL. And, of course, we're going to have Hartford, too, towards the end of August there, Chris. So a lot of action going to be happening. That August is always so hot and full of Classic Tetris events happening. So I'm very excited, and you're going to add this onto the docket. But, of course, we had the little disclaimer at the bottom. Dates are subject to change because, hey, things happen. People have vacations. They got real-life things that happen. So we can fine-tune it. And usually, as Chris mentioned, we kind of get right into the fall there. Usually we try to finish, around the Labor Day area. So that'll be a little bit of a buffer for us, but certainly want to be done before anything else.
It'll be great, and we've had play-ins, we've had stand-ins for missing weeks too. So stay tuned. Be here Wednesday nights.
That's right. You may get a bonus at some point. That's correct. Yeah, I've got whispers in my ear. Somebody says, "Hey, King, I can fill in if you need." Oh man, so stay tuned for that, indeed. And then we'll get into some facts here real quick. We'll take a quick look at some stats before we officially get this one going. So Best of 99 Season 1 notable statistics here, Chris. You can check it out. So Louis, again, the founder of the Best of 99 series, he's the guy that put it all together, right? So this is his brainchild, and he kept the stats the first season. I had to ask him, bro, did you keep it? Because I can't find them. So he was able to pull some stuff up, and I was able to take some tidbits here and there. So you can see overall, Ben won the series 63-36 over Louis. The number of max outs, Louis edged out Ben in that one. He had one max out throughout all 99 games. Ben ended up with the fat donut. But the thing that we talked about earlier, the top outs, right, at under 100K, we were kind of keeping a record of that. So roughly around 36 top outs there for Louis, under 100K to Ben's 10. So if we had included those, right, Chris, games would have been a lot more different. That, 63-36 score probably could have been a little bit more inflated in favor of Ben had we counted those. So hence why we kind of continue using that wrinkle. And then, Chris...
Well, and it gives you the buffer to play more aggressively. Like, you don't have to play conservative early on. If you got a garbage game, top it out. And even I saw Chris Tang earlier comment, could you top out if you knew you were playing a crappy game early on? We would never accuse any of our players of doing that, but you can be suspect. Sure, why not? There's games that are going on here.
Of course, you have to think about that. That goes into play, but certainly, they're not doing that on purpose, indeed. But then the fun stat that I added here, Chris, is look at this. The games over 500K where players were able to reach that marker and beyond. Louis, 47 games out of the 99 was able to get at least a 500K score and beyond. And Ben was at a 49 plus there. So kind of looking at the very close, right? When you look at the wins total, which obviously Ben kind of like won 2-1, right? The games over 500 were close. So what it means is that Ben just edged out Louis every time they're going into the 19. Yeah, exactly.
You see the highest score, the one max out of the entire tournament was Louis Scooey, and we do have a surprise if that happens. I'm expecting to use it a lot more this season.
Of course. Yeah.
But it was a heck of a run. We had a good time. We had some Joey Parker in here during some of that run. And we'll see who we get this time around.
Exactly. And then, yes, Chris mentioned those are the two high scores. So both players had wins when they got those scores. And total combined score, when you add up all 99 games there, Chris and Louis finished with 44 million points in all 99 games, while Ben finished with 47 million. So impressive scores. And, obviously that attributes to the mullining. And, the other thing, too, is that in some cases players were like, if there was an early top of like a 200 or 300K game that happened, players did not go full Monty on that. Most of the mullining would be happening when they get into the 19 play, so scores could have definitely gone much higher in that regard. And then we'll quickly move over before we get this show underway. Let's take a look at Season 2 stats right there. When we add Jeff into the mix, the role got reversed here, Chris. Jeff with a shellacking, 65 wins. He gets 2 more than Ben in this previous season. Ben finished with 34 overall. With the saving grace of him picking up a couple of wins in that last week. That him winning that 5-4 made sure that he had more wins than Louis. So when we look at the number of max outs, there you go, Chris. Ben, another donut there, just like Van Dweller loves eating those donuts. He and Ben can share that big fat 0. And Jeff, 3 max outs overall in the span of 99 games. So kind of goes to show you that it's not easy getting a max out, right, Chris? People maybe say, this is the area you always see max outs all the time. Well, it's not as easy as people think. So 3 of them. Still
the hardest NES game there is out there. And I'm more impressed by the non-Photoshop photo there with the Hey Now combination Wonder Twin shirt there. That's impressive. Like, did they have one of their kids hold the camera to get that just right?
They're amazing.
That's good stuff.
It is. They are tremendous, and they know exactly what I like. So, and then moving on there, you can see the 100K top outs as we were just talking about there, Chris. Very simple. That Jeff, single digits for the number of redos that he had to have. Only 7 versus Ben's 15. So Ben kind of like hovering around the same number that he had versus Louis. But certainly Jeff showing you that he'll get to 100K, no problem. And then the number of games over 500K, 51 for Jeff. Over 50% of the games he played, 500K or more. I mean, that's amazing.
I'd love to see these stats for some of the other main events that we do. So pin that idea on the board for whoever's watching, for us more statistical analysis we can have before some of our matches.
We'll get Scout on that immediately.
Yeah, got another live events coming up.
Yeah,
anybody but Pumpy apparently.
And then here you can take a look at the lowest score. So surprisingly, Chris, you go from the lowest to lowest to the highest to highest. Look at Jeff's lowest score, 109,000, just shortly over that 100K threshold that we were talking about. But his highest score was 1.085. In a win.
1-1.
Yeah,
and how many of those bad games were in that first series of 9 for Jeff too? I mean, if you take those off the board, those numbers go up even more.
Yeah, I mean, he had most of his games had finished on like the 300 and 400K, so he didn't even make it to the 500K in just about, I think, all 9 of those in the first week. And a total combined score for him, 52 million points. Wow, what a gamer, huh? What a gamer, Chris.
Yeah.
And then you can see Ben's numbers on the side there, 118,000 low score. And then the 929, which I found interesting, his highest score was a loss in the match versus Jeff. And it wasn't even Jeff maxed out the game. I went back and looked. Jeff, that was the game where Jeff miscalculated the max out, and he took a triple going into 29 and couldn't finish rather than set up for the Tetris. So that was the match that Ben lost, a 929 score. Impressive. And Ben finished with about 45 million points overall, slightly under what he had in the last one. He had 47 the season before.
So you look at those averages, just a little over and a little under 500,000 a game over the course of 99 games. So looking forward to what we got this time around with our new challenger, Mr. KITARU Alex Kerr.
Oh, absolutely. So we're going to get this kicked off here, Chris. King's got to do it right. We put a little trailer out there in the world of Twitter and actually got a like from a certain big name company that said, ooh, that sounds like fun. I got a little like from the Tetris company. Nice. It was very nice of them to hit the like button, and maybe they could share and subscribe. That'd be great. But certainly, I think all of you are here to see some hot Tetris action. Chris, I think it's time. Let's get the hype video going. Let's get everybody pumped up. What are they going to see in this best of 99? Oh, my word. I can't wait. Oh!
Boom, Tetris for Jeff. Harry has been eliminated, and Jeff made the top 2. Jeff facing Jonas Neubauer in the grand final. Boom, Tetris for Jeff. Boom, Tetris for Jeff. Boom, Tetris for Jeff. Jeff, boom, Tetris. Boom, Tetris for Jeff. Neck and neck. Jeff takes our first round.
I think that they're fairly decent, for DAS players.
Ready for Tetris. Where is the long bar?
Oh,
there it
is.
Boom, yeah!
999, and there it is. Hydra Dude, he has done it. With 2 lines left, he's going to go out with the boom in style. And there it is, Bang! Tetris, or how we say it. Hydra, we go boom! Tetris for Jeff.
Look at this. It's set up. Get him.
Boom!
That's Jeff Moore. Hell yeah.
Tetris for Jeff.
Why not?
You know what else hurts? My back. That's right, Paul. My back. From having to carry all of the old guard into the new era of Tetris.
Ooh, this is getting tough here. Oh no! Higuaranti for Nanu! 1 line to go up this high is dangerous. Can I get the J in? And he's gonna be done at 347. There it is. Eric Tucker! Boom! Tetris for Jeff.
But when it comes to match day, I'm a gamer. It's not personal, it's business.
What did Jay?
Jeff Moore. Jeff Moore. Jeff Moore. Jay Leno's. Oh, yikes. Look at this crazy play for Jeff Moore, though. Hero burning all the way down, back to safety. My God, he's like a tapper up there.
Yeah. Woo! His dash control is certainly unparalleled.
Don't miscalculate. There's the T. Give him the line game. Give him the line. Give him the line. No, come on. Not like this. Get it over. Max out Jeff Moore. Let's go.
After that loss, I worked hard to get better. I even beat Ben Mullen, which was an absolute pleasure. Then the king asked me to come play Dan Viki for a title on Twitch. I then went on to say I would love to beat up that son bitch.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
What?
Oh my god.
What?
Oh my god!
What?
Oh my god! No! Dan Vinky! He's lost control! He lolls in the chat! Guy helped build the brand that it is today. He's never said no when I ask him to play. He's always like, let's go. Anything for you, King.
Because I'm bringing the pain. I'm bringing the pain, baby. And I'm going to help end this chapter of your story. Boom.
$686. There's a Tetris to go to 658. He needs to get to 687. Alex, you need 687. There's another one, but there's a Tetris. 689 is more than enough. He'll take it. It's under control. It's under control here, Chris. It's under control. You get a 543 reminder. Alex, 543 will be the score. And got it with that triple. There you go.
There we go. GG's. Alex the man Kerr.
Match the play, but KITARU hangs that L. Gets it cleaned out. We are in Bridge City.
Going in the same protocol of Jay, misshot. To clear away, these pieces certainly are beneficial to get out of this.
What is that up here?
Come on, Alex.
Yeah, nice and done.
Dirty Tetris for Alex Kerr.
Where?
You know, I mentioned earlier that Beast and Shen was a well-rounded player, but I think Alex is probably also one of the most well-rounded players in Tetris. He's really good at TGM, I believe, is one of his main games for Tetris, but he's also great at Nest.
Well, how about that, Hydra Dude? Can you believe it? Once in a lifetime, it's about to happen. The man himself, known as KITARU, is here, and he's gonna play the king of friendlies. OMG. time, baby! Time to kick off the summer red hot with a 1 million Scoville units type of match. You got to see it once in a lifetime in 2020. Well, now you're gonna get it 99 times in a lifetime. It is the Best of 99 Season 3 getting kicked off here on the new home of Tetris Friendlies. It is twitch.tv/ClassicTetris. You're here with the king of the restreams, the Kingsman, alongside with me, my partner in crime, the man that knows how to go 99 times and back. He is ready to go. He's a retro gaming legend. He's an NWC 2015 finalist. He's Mr. Dr. Mario, Chris Bidwell. Welcome in, Chris.
Yang, let's go. Let's get started right away. We don't need introductions. Let's get him fighting. Let's go.
Chris is a man of, let's just get right to it. He just wants to get down to the nitty-gritty, but the king is a man of pomp and circumstance because we got to introduce our players. I mean, you know the title card, you know who they are, but I don't give a damn. Introductions, please, on the left-hand side. He's smiling away. He can't believe the king suckered him to do it one more time, but he's going to see if he can beat his record of 65 wins in a 99-game span. He is the legendary Tetris for Jeff. And on the right is perhaps one of his greatest adversarial opponents in the entire classic Tetris scene. They've only played once, and they got it once in a lifetime. A man that rarely plays on Twitch, but you know he's playing behind the scenes. A grandmaster in any type of Tetris variant he'll play. It is two-time CTWC finalist, Alex KITARU Kerr! And they will play all 99 games.
Shh, secret grade. Shh. Secret. Secret to everybody.
It's a secret to everybody because the king's not paying attention. He's not seeing what the hell is going on. But of course, that man is absolutely a legend. You're getting two legends for the price of one, Chris. They're going to play all summer long. I'm very excited. And this is going to be historic nonetheless. Wow. Amazing.
Throughout the record books, just let them go. Let's get it the freak on.
Let's get it the freak on.
House
So we
rules.
will move it along quickly. So for those that are just tuning in, let's go over the best of 99 house rules for those that are not keeping score. Simple as this. Players will start on level 18 only because they're pros. They don't need any other shenanigans or levels. Players will restart the match if they top out at 100,000 points. So players, remember, if you get less than 100,000 points, the game will not count. So must reach over 100,000 points for a game to be official. And when a game is official, you're allowed to Mullen because Ben Mullen is the one who helped inspire this along with Louis Scooey. They instituted this rule, and we will continue to use it. If you feel like you can Mullen it out and get a max out, we want to see it so cowbells can ring in Columbus, Ohio. And of course, we will play 9 games over an 11-week period. You can see the dates right there starting tonight. We'll go also next week. We'll take a little break, and then we'll hope to go through the rest of the summer up until August the 23rd. Dates are subject to change based on player scheduling and availability, but we'll keep you tuned if there's anything that happens. And quickly, Chris, you know, hey, we got to get some facts, man, because these two are iconic players, so we got to hear one more time what's up with them. Let's take a look. Boom! Tetris to Jeff. He's Baines, the DAS play style. He's got a 1.252 million PB score. Notable achievements are that he is a second-place finisher in the World Championship CTWC. He is a former Twitch TV champion, which you saw in the clip, one of his greatest achievements ever. And, of course, Twitch name is Diggin' Out. On the right-hand side, it is Alex KITARU Kerr. He has a playstyle at DAS, boasts a PB currently of 1,014,000 points. He is a second-place finisher 2 times over in 2011 and 2017. So certainly great achievements right there for him. And, of course, he's teaching.
If I'm not mistaken,
yes, Chris.
been to every single CTWC, all 14 of them. Or 14 would be this year. All 13 of them so far. I believe he's the only player to make all 13.
This is true. He is, at least to be in attendance, right? I know the first one did not qualify, but he was there.
9th place, yeah. But it counts in my book.
Of course it does. And of course his Twitch name is KITARU, because it's a great, cool name. All right, Chris. The king is done grand staging. I think players are ready to go and warmed up. So here's how it works. Hover 3 signals you're ready. Jeff knows what that means. Or he can use the Tetris Gym. He's got it. And he can use the select button to let us know he's ready. Alex, a hover 3, which means hovering He cursed like hell. Oh, he's so good, Chris. He's so freaking good. He knew it.
Certified genius.
I mean,
that's literal. That's not hyperbolic.
I was gonna say, was there ever any doubt?
You learned very quickly. Yep.
Here we go, Chris. It's time. Count them down. Season 3 begins tonight.
Let's go. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
Oh, Chris, yes!
37 press down points for KITARU.
Let's make it
Don't know
sure.
if that's a meme. that's certainly Kevin Smith old school meme, but I'll take it.
Oh, he is so primed to make sure that he doesn't finish with any club 0. And any way you can get to 100K fast, right, Chris? Any way that you can get to 100K fast, we're trying to do it.
Both players on the board, 1 Tetris to 1. I see Crafty Kim appearance in the background, and Alex Kerr is filming at a local PBS studio during their telethon. Oh, Alex Kerr is going to top out. We're going to take advantage of that 100,000 rule.
Well, there you go. Alex gets his first taste of the top out under 100K. So that means this game won't count. And Jeff, you are able to top out, my friend, and we will redo game number 1. Alex asking, do I just get back into it? No, we're gonna restart. Everybody get back on their starting positions, and then we'll do a countdown, and we'll restart once more. So, and you gotta love Alex here, Chris. He's laughing it off. He says LMAO.
Yep. We need to have the before and after shots from 2010 and up till now. And now the mustaches come out, the hair's grown out, the lights turn on in the kitchen in Jeff's place. Looks like Alex starts to. Well, we got 3, 2, 1, go. Maybe missed the countdown.
That's okay. They're pros, and you're a pro as well, Chris. You know, because we're here watching the official kickoff to the Tetris Summer. You know, I feel like this is an annual thing now. We've done it 2 years in a row. It's gotten great reviews. People love the concept. You know, there are other people that are trying to come up with their own idea of doing, you know, best of 99s. But I think, you know, when you get something like this where you have legends such as these two that you don't normally see as often as you would hope, it adds a little bit more of a special element to the whole fanfare. Wouldn't you agree?
For sure. And there's lists of people that we can see next year maybe that if they're watching what's going on here, maybe they'll want to fire up the NES again next summer, depending on who takes home the belt this summer.
And it's good to see
That's
Higgins.
what you eat a belt.
Well, that's something cooking in the works. I didn't want to spoil that, but there might be something cooking.
All right.
Kind of looking for a 2-for-1 special. But we got Higgins in the house. He's here. A lot of people in the chat. You know, first of all, I'd like to thank everyone for coming in and hanging out tonight. We're going to be watching this, and we have 139,000 on Jeff's side, 97,000 for Alex. He is just right there. Maybe I thought he was going to take maybe the triple to make it official, and he's going to block the well for the long bar.
Yeah, trolls. Nope, there it is. 100,000 official game.
Official game indeed.
The burning is now going to be an issue for Alex halfway up the board. Ooh, and the early shift. That could be it for Alex. Can he get through this garbage? Desperation spin. It's down to about 2/3 of height. Oh, nice. Oh, the swimming.
Oh, man, look at this.
The pieces are, this is possible. The square's going to help.
He gets the bar over to the left side.
Wow.
Kind of a nasty J comes in. Not making this easy for him. Oh, and there you go.
Oh, that's going to do it. And Jeff's going to take our first crown.
So GG's there. Jeff will get the early gift. As we see Alex. Great attempt there, Chris. Really a great attempt to try to survive that. But at that height, it's so difficult with Daz. Jeff would probably tell you, I did it last year. It's easy.
We're so used to our rollers playing up at the top of the board like it's level 0. But it is extremely difficult for a DAS player to play 3/4 height on the Matrix, as it's called.
Indeed, yes. The Matrix.
Hover 3 for Jeff. Alex getting back into it. If you donate to Alex's channel, he will send you a tote bag. Little sip of green tea there.
Playing a little homage to the legend. And there we go, Chris. You can count him down for game number 2. I'm just going to step out for 30 seconds. I'll be right back.
All right, in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Game number 2. Both players have settled down. Both players are into it. 1 down, 98 to go. Green Tea Season 5. Green Tea would certainly be on that list. They have to make it a different time slot. Tetris for Jeff Moore. See if we can get our official game in here. We've got animated GIFs all over the place in chat. Much appreciated. Alex building up quite the lead here early on. Jeff's board's not looking that bad, but he's covering as well and uncovering it and covering it and uncovering it. And with this Tetris, Alex is going to get a little bit closer.
Well, Jeff has been, yeah,
Jeff.
I can see Jeff in a little bit of a suffer to start here, huh, Chris?
For sure.
He's got to put in his eggs.
Not really, no, there's nowhere to burn. Okay, he uses 1 burn, and now he's still not in scoring position. Alex has passed 100,000.
Yeah, Jeff was kind of holding out on that right side for a bar to help, you know, bring this board down, and it never showed up. He got droughted, and that's put him into this predicament he's in. But time and again, we've seen Jeff do the dig out, and hence why he's got that Twitch handle, digging out. It's what he does, and it's what he's famous for. Look at this, Chris. Of course, look how quickly he's starting to get out of this mess.
Working his way out. Alex taking all the advantage. At 169. Let's go. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. The first hey now of the season.
Hey now. Oh, now you know.
Hey,
now
you the pregnant pause, Jim Rome.
Only if, like, I think maybe 2 people in the chat knew what that was about. So.
I don't care. I do this for me sometimes.
90,000 for Jeff. Look at the quick tap a little bit. Oh man, he gets that L just over. It looked like he was.
Time. This could be official if it gets the line.
And when you get the line, we'll see if we can do it. Right now, Alex is smoking Jeff. Look at that score, 219 to 97. Finally, Jeff will cross over to the threshold.
There it is.
And this game is official now here, Chris.
So only 1 false start. And you know, like, especially the first series of the year, that's going to happen more often. I'm not sure last time Alex has put in some serious miles on that NES Tetris cart there. So he's going to, I think his improvement curve is going to be much more drastic over the 11 weeks of this than Jeff Moore's, but we shall see as we progress. But this lead is still substantial, 90,000 points.
Yeah, so one thing Alex is going to have to look at is to be cautious and maintain that lead, because Jeff has been a proven commodity that even if he has a slow start, he can have these strong finishes. Once he gets that board under control, he is just masterful. His dash controls looking pretty nice so far in the opener. And then, as you mentioned, Chris, this is the first time that Alex is kind of participating in a 99. Jeff at least had done it a year ago, so he kind of knows how to pace himself and, you know when to go and when to slow it down. Alex, that first game, maybe the first game jitters, right? I mean, you can't hit the home run on opening day in your first at bat, right, Chris?
No, you might have to wait till your second game.
That's right. Not everybody
just knock it out of the state, not nearly knock it out of the stadium. But Jeff Moore's in trouble.
kind of went for that L on the
right it's a little
side.
aggressive.
And there you go.
And that's gonna do it. And we're tied up 1-1.
How about that? Alex Strong played 351 at 95. That's a good start there for him, Chris, and it's good enough. That score will give him game number 2, and we are tied already. So no sweep in the opener this year, Chris. You're not going to get one.
No.
Jeff letting out a big oof in chat there. And, you know, Chris, I didn't want to do it to Alex too early on, but it's Jeff. And when Jeff has an early top out, it's very rare. So, you know, on any normal Friendlies broadcast, now that Friendlies is moving to the ClassicTetris channel, people are going to have to get used to hearing sound bites. And we got one just for Jeffrey.
No!
That's right, GD told him, no! Early top outs are no bueno. Players are ready to go here, Chris. Count them down for game number 3.
In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Alex, look at the smirk on Alex. Both these players, they're loving this.
They really do. And that's the whole thing. You want to have them enjoy and have fun and good stuff. I'm just going to fix up Jeff's camera a little bit, Ski. Maybe we get him to move a little bit. I want him like right on top of his pieces, do we, Chris? No, of course not. No. We can move Alex maybe a little
to the right, yeah.
There you go. Not bad. On the fly editing happening right there for you, Chris.
OBS for the win. You are quicker than Twitch pulling back their rule changes.
Oh, I was wondering how long it would take you to start talking about that. And game 3, I think that's a record, Chris. I think
yeah.
you held it in longer than I thought.
I did. Waste all my bullets too early.
Oh my word! I have to make sure everything is set to 3%. Jesus. But luckily, we don't have to worry about that tonight. We are in the month of June, and we're kicking it off the summer with some hot Tetris action. And we're talking about here, Chris. It's good to see both players getting involved with this, and really would like to see, where it takes. What's this type of training takes? And we've talked about overall 99 games. It's a lot to ask, and clearly you're not going to see that in one sitting. That's kind of insane to do that. But a grind of 11 weeks is almost just as difficult, maybe if not more, because it's taking time away and more concentration.
Dirty setup there.
Yeah, look at that dirty setup.
Alex could have played it safe. It's like, no, I've got 100,000 point that false start cushion. So why not play aggressive? And it pays off finally with the dirty Tetris 3-up.
84,000 for Alex, 179, 180 now for Jeff. Jeff having a good start here. He'll be ahead in the line count because he's pushing down. Alex has a bit of an awkward hole that he's looking to uncover, and square not going to really help his board state, but looks like he's on pace to get to the 100K marker. So we're getting right there, and we are official game right now, Chris. So players have reached threshold, so we're going to get a good game number 3 happening. But I was alluding to, Chris, before, is that it takes a toll for any player, whether you're playing 99 in one sitting or 99 over 11 weeks. I kind of am on the side of that 11-week span really shows the fortitude of players to be able to grind it out for that time frame. What do you say?
I mean, that's the only way to get good at this game. It's the only way to get better at this game. And being in a competition situation changes your mindset up so that you're playing for the best possible game every game, rather than shooting for high scores, rather than trying to do cool tricks. If you have that added, I don't know what you want to call it exactly, but the prestige, I guess, of the moments, the pressure. It's not really pressure, but it does simulate a live tournament experience more than any other at-home situation playing this game. So all of those factors do help. And that's why Jeff had his amazing run last year and that amazing qualifier.
Without question, he made history, tied for the most max outs by a DAS player at a qualifying world championship. He had 4, and really could have had 5, Chris. The way he was playing, you and I were sitting there right next to him as he was doing it with, and of course, who else was he qualifying with sitting right next to him but his buddy on the right there? That poetic symmetry that was going on, and I mean, it was amazing to watch what he was doing. He could have had 5 easily, just sometimes RNG timing and things just didn't work out. But to see him go from, Chris, in 2021, where he was qualifying online, didn't even make any of the brackets. He couldn't finish within the top 128. That was how difficult of a field it was and how tough of a qualifier he had, to what he did in 2022.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly, the king kind of helped him out get trained for that. But again, I mean, that kind of shows the dedication that he took it seriously after the first week debacle that he had with Ben.
And it's been a heck of a ride since then. And Alex probably saw that and it's like, okay, I'll try that training regimen. And pretty big lead for Jeff. Jeff giving us vintage Jeff here, 453 through 115 lines. So we're gonna probably see a monster transition here. Alex is steady though, clean board, roughly 20 lines behind. So that 200,000 point discrepancy, a little deceiving. Maybe closer to 100,000 points in scoring potential. But we're going to see our first 19 action here soon for Jeff Moore once he gets another Tetris.
Yeah, so we'll get to see what kind of stamina both players will have when we get to that 19 speed. It'll be very interesting. Of course, Barrett in the chat here, Chris is roasting me. He said, if Kingsman hadn't started chanting Jeff, probably would have seen the 5th max up. How dare you?
Now, the adrenaline maybe it worked the wrong way in that particular game, but I think the adrenaline had the overall positive effect. So 19 transition, 550. That's a really good transition for Jeff Moore.
Yeah, and I like also that he brought it down there, Chris. I like that he brought it down, too, instead of trying to build up aggressively.
Yeah, knowing he's got the substantial lead, and Alex, if he can Tetris out, will have a 400,000 point transition, which is very good, especially for Das.
You know, we watching bated breath as Jeff kind of having some difficulties here. Oh, wow. That long bar makes it over.
Decision. Yeah. Thought he was going to play that flat for a moment.
Yeah, it's that confidence that he has, Chris, to get those long bars to the left side at certain heights with Das. He knows exactly what he's looking for.
Overshift for Alice, but nice T-spin.
Unfortunately, that Alex got 2 long bars because he was trying to avoid putting one over.
Just gets it over. But that left side for Das players is deadly.
He gets a double, but yeah, exactly, Chris. That left side not going to go. And that is it for Alex. He knows can't go any further. 410 for him. He's finished. Jeff, this is where the Mullen rule can come into effect. We'll see if he wants to play it out, Chris. He has taken game number 3. He'll take a 2-1 advantage and maybe a max out on the horizon.
That's certainly on pace. I think he'd go with this one. Or do you leave us wanting more? He's going to leave us wanting more. Okay. I get it.
I guess he feels early on here, Chris. It's only game 3 of 99. It's like, we'll save the Mullins for later. We got a 2-1.
Of course.
Got a 2-1 lead here for Jeff. We're a third of the way done for this best of 99 round 1 tonight. Players have ready to go. We'll start game 4. Chris, the honors are yours. Let's go.
All right. 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
Now, Chris, you mentioned earlier on that Alex, basically the only one, aside from when we talk about long bars and so on, that has been at every CTWC and just being live in person, right? What does that
better? Yep.
Yeah. What does that tell you as, just someone that's outside watching? You hear something like that. That's someone has been there, whether they've competed or not, have been participating in some form or fashion, whether as a viewer or as a player. The dedication that he has to this game and the love he has.
14 years is a long time, but it's also not a long time, as those of us with children would probably can sympathize with the most. A lot has obviously evolved in this game. That 600,000 point game that Jeff just had would have won the championship back in 2010 easily. So, in the 14 years since the first CTWC, there have been way more evolution of this game than the previous 25 years of the game going up to that point in 2010, say 1990 to 2010. And it's been done by a core group of people, and Alex Kerr on your right has been the thread throughout that entire evolution. He was the Tetris Wonderkin in the Executive Order, and while he's never tasted that gold, he did get to the finals twice in 2 different eras, mind you. This wasn't just, he didn't get there twice early on when the field was very small. He got there in 2011, and he got there in 2017 after the Jeff phenomenon. So, the boom had started literally and pneumatically, and Alex has been there the entire time. And hopefully he can be, a godfather of this community for years to come.
Yeah, I would say that that's kind of essentially the role he's playing right now, because he's some people may say, he's not out there, streaming or participating in events and so on, but he's very active in the Discord, and he's sharing his wealth of knowledge about the game, and he's also there to support other people to get better as well. And he has a number of different things. He's always involved in conversations about the tech side of the game, and it's wonderful to see. So his participation is not just limited to being a part of the playing aspect, but of course the behind the scenes of understanding the game and its concepts have been wonderful.
All right, we've all been waiting for this king. First time of the season. We are 59 lines in, and look at those scores, 247 to 247. So I think you might have a graphic ready for this sort of situation.
I most certainly do. And you're a pro to segue into it, because we've seen this before. This has been probably the most greatest and most noteworthy graphic that people recognize, and it's called a neck alert. Of course, shout out to Van Dweller for helping to create this, because if I don't shout him out, he'll get upset that he gets no credit in this community. But we got a neck alert, as Chris just mentioned. It's 316. Give me a hell yeah for Boom Tetris for Jeff. 316. Give me another hell yeah for Alex. KITARU Kerr. Wow.
Close game. I'm loving it. 2 clean boards. We got necks. We got memes.
All right, you see the
We
next
got smiles on both our players. Like, this is the dumbest and greatest thing I'm ever doing this week.
Well, hopefully they'll continue to say that by we get to week 11, because when you see Ben and Louie and Jeff's face when they go through 11 weeks, like, oh, I gotta do this again. What?
Again. About week 9 is when you're in the real doldrums there, but it's a ride and it'll be worth it.
Most certainly. And I think this one is probably going to be pretty close overall. Right now we're seeing it's 2-1. Still early on in this evening. Maybe Jeff does a runaway like he has done in the past. Or, we could see Alex start keeping pace. When they played for the first time ever in 2020 at our super show called Revolution, the inaugural one that we did for that, it was really a once in a lifetime. I had no thoughts that this would ever happen again, and a little bit of a messy board here going for Alex to see if he can resolve this
sequence, man. Oof.
Yeah, not the best of pieces, but that double with the T, very helpful until the J shows up. Let's see if Alex can.
Dependency got filled quickly, so this sequence. See how he fills this in.
Yeah, and he's not that far still behind from Jeff. Jeff's going to take advantage right now with the cleaner board to try to pour on some points. But look at that. Look at the line difference again. The pushdowns making the difference. Jeff is going to be ahead. So in technicality, Chris, right? The pace belongs to Alex.
I think so. I think Alex is more focused on getting out of this mess, which that jail, get him out of there, or L, sorry, Blue Jay. One of these days, King, I'm going to learn this stuff. And I will be a professional streamer commentator for this freaking game that I should have learned those color differences 10 years ago.
Well, that's okay, Chris. That's why we're bringing you in for the best of 99, so you can get your reps in, for the events, right? You got to get your commentator reps in. And here we go. We're on level 20 already for Jeff. 514 for him, as he's off and running. Alex now gets to level 19 at 482. So again, yeah, the pace belongs to Alex. All the early shifts here for him.
Yeah, the speed change that does it every time. Even the best of the best still have trouble getting used to that change.
That's just for Jeff. He'll go to 546. As he's going to start to bring this board back down and get it to a reset. Alex looking to try to get to 500. It's going to go brick by brick here, Bidwell. Just going to burn it away. And I think that's something, we've seen that overall in his career, Chris, that he's not an aggressive player. He likes to take his time. He'll burn away when needed, and he'll turn it up when he knows he has to.
Absolutely.
There we go. Bang! Tetris for Alex KITARU Kerr. He'll go to 534. Jeff at 587. Jeff is ahead by 2 levels now. And Alex gets another Tetris to each in a little closer. 617 to 560. You're looking at about 2.5 Tetris lead, but the levels are going to be the key now, Chris.
You saw that high score of Alex Kerr of barely over 1 million points, but he plays on a stock cart, and I don't think he's ever really played capless, so his real high score is probably unknown.
whatever it is. He just had.
Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but that's some sick moves, like you were just about to say.
Yeah, it's a crazy move. Jeff, meanwhile, is starting to get a little crazy, but he got that lumbar all the way over to the left side. He stays alive. We go to level 25 on Jeff's. Oh, the hanger
He gets it nice.
Move.
Uh-oh. Evil number for Jeff. Get at least one more point, Jeff. Come on. Don't finish like... Oh, evil. And with that, Alex Kerr ties it up.
Wow. How about that, Chris? Alex, you can finish it out. 687 for you. Has got you game number 4. You'll tie it up. And, of course, the Mullen allowed. Let's get a good score here, Alex. Come on, take it to the house. Now, Chris, you mentioned.
Good board for it.
Now, Chris, you mentioned about potential that he might have a higher PB score. Alex, when he and I had this discussion before about getting the stat, he wasn't even sure. He's like, he has an unrecorded max that he thinks might be higher, but he's not 100% sure. He had to go look in the archives to see. And currently, right now, there is a Twitch video that is the 1,014,000 point game that holds the highest on record that we know of. So certainly, it might be a little higher, but I don't think he's in the, the PB of the Jeff category up to 1.2.
Well, so far, 50-50.
I like it.
Well, the green tea magic juice doing its thing. Maybe Jeff needs to introduce his beverage of choice.
Well, we all know what it is. It's a little amaretto.
Yeah.
In a mug. And, of course, hey, why not among friends here, Chris? They're asking barbecue soon? And Alex, of course, says, yeah, potentially. Love it. All right, Chris, count them down. We got game 5 already. Wow, halfway marker.
3, 2, 1, Tetris.
So after a couple of early rough starts, Chris, the last 3 games have started to heat up exponentially. So maybe this game number 5 could certainly take us a little even further to see, some certain colors. And of course, we're not talking about those type of colors, but, maybe a color to get to the kill screen. Because as DAS players, they know 29 is the end.
We are definitely on the upswing trend-wise. And this is, I wasn't here for the round 1 last year. The drama's there. See? Alex Kerr with the L spin. Getting that timing down.
Yeah, I think
score. Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, I saw it. I was getting ready, but
I know
he's moved on. He's moved on very quickly.
We're 12.
Alex, there we go.
Alexina line barely gets that spun around.
Yeah, that dirty Tetris for Alex. Yeah, it was amazing. 55,000 for him, and this is kind of what Chris Tang was talking about earlier on, right? Bidwell, is that what if Alex is having a bad game? Does he feel like, hey, you know what? Let me just top out. We'll do a reset. I got a better start, better RNG. But no, look at him. He's toughing it out. He's gaming it on. He's not that type of guy that says, oh, I'm going to do that. No, he's going to play hard. Look at that. He's getting a little aggressive too now.
I don't know if he likes to play one off the bottom like that, but he's going to maintain this stack. Jeff out to 208,000, 40 lines. His X whatever pace.
X5 pace, bruh. hell yeah.
Yeah.
And
to little stat, I'm gonna miss GD at Ohio this year since Arizona's that same weekend. But,
yeah.
We'll be happy to see him in Portland in October.
Yeah, assuming we get an announcement about that hopefully fairly soon. That'd be nice, right?
With those people running this silly organization would get off the schneid and let us know what's going on here.
Hot take from Chris Bidwell. We're only into game number 5. I think he was going to do that at game 9. We're ready to sign off. So, all right, see ya, baby. Bit of a suffer game going on for Alex. He's giving you all the heart and fortitude to hang in there, Chris, but he's starting to fall way behind. Jeff almost 200,000 points up on him at 306 to 154.
That's the danger of playing off the bottom. You think it's the same as playing at the bottom, and it just does mess with you a bit, and you have to play that much tighter, and your scoring opportunities dwindle, and as the more you let it stay there, the more Jeff's going to expand that lead. Yeah,
because now you put yourself into a situation where you're behind so much, you have to play that way in order to try to eat away at the deficit somewhat. So it's tough, right? It's always tough. Players go on their gut, and I mean he's making it work. You can see he's getting some scores in now, but Jeff is just maintaining such a super clean board. Another Tetris to him. He'll go to 403 at 85 lines, Chris. He is laser focused. He's locked in right now.
Yeah, that curve for him, every game's been an improvement. And this one might be his best one yet at this. Here's that dirty pace word again. He could have a 600 transition.
Man, forgive me, Noel. I did not get a chance to answer your question. So he was asking, are all friendlies going to be on this channel? And that is correct. Yes, we are moving to the Classic Tetris channel starting on June 16th. So we are about a week and a half away, Chris, from the official start date. And we start with the WrestleMania of friendlies. The Reckoning is coming up. And we got 5 outstanding matches, man. I'm so excited to see them all. You're going to see Huff and Dan Vinky. That's probably going to be one of the greatest heavyweight championship fights we've ever seen. 2 players that have, in their own certain way, been amazing champion. Huff has got the Roman Reigns run. He's got over 525 days as the Friendlies champion. He won back in 2021. He's been undefeated in title defenses since then. You got Dan Vinky, the most decorated Twitch TV champion of all time, with 10 title defenses in a row before being defeated.
Is title versus title then? Is this the dream matchup?
It is not that. No, we're not at the Sky Dome for this one. But in essence, you're taking basically the 2 greatest Friendlies champions of all time clashing for the main belt. So that is really fire. I can't wait to see that.
Look at this. With a Tetris here, Jeff is going to have a 580 plus transition. And he's going to tease us. There it is. 585. Alex scoring a Tetris. He's going to have another 400 plus transition, assuming he can finish this out, his last 9 lines. So, a lot of work to do for Alex Kerr, but anything can happen post 19. Keep it up. We never know what happens.
Now, Chris, do you think it gets into a player's head when they're this far behind, not only in score, but in lines too, where you think, okay, well, I'm way behind in the score, but I got all these lines in hand. Does it play with them mentally and maybe change up the way that they're playing?
It's got to. I mean, ideally you just want to play your own game and just turn off the commentary and ignore the other player completely. But I mean, Alex is one of the kind of the originator of the screen looking, sort of. One of the older school players that sort of did that kind of thing more often than other players. So it's got to play into his game, and you don't make the finals twice without having that tournament play and those tournament strats embedded into your gameplay.
Oh, there you go. A little bit of aggressive setup here for Alex. He will get double long bars to help him. There you go. Nicely done. Courageous moves from Alex. He's at 480, but look at Jeff's score here, Chris. We're on 23. He is smoking it up. He wants an L. There it is. Finally, the game was trolling him a little bit. He's at 744. Wow.
He's hotter than a Canadian forest right now.
Ooh, man. Don't even get me started. It was a rough day here in the city.
751. A little bit of trouble. The line will get him out of it. But Alex banging these Tetrises down. It's 569.
Hey now.
He's behind by he's behind by a level or so. So still within shouting range.
I think Richard Wolf, Party of 2, coming in for the best of 99. The summer of Tetris kicks off right now. We're in game number 5. They're tied up 2-2. It's been heating up. Every game getting better and better. Alex looking to try to make the comeback. Jeff had a huge monster lead. It's been cut into little by little, and the line's advantage still in favor of Alex. We'll see how it goes. Jeff finally back in order. He wants the long bar. He'll take the safety triple first, Chris. 778 for him. There it is. Boom! Tetris for Jeff at 811.
Here we go.
He's on fire,
this is
Chris.
The best day for both players.
Alex hanging
told
tough.
You.
Oh, yeah, you did. I didn't doubt you.
Yeah,
I didn't doubt you. Chris, you're already in prime form, baby. You're already in commentator prime form. Alex goes with the L skim. He wants the burn. He wants the bar. Bangarang! There's the Tetris. 882 for Jeff. 703 for KITARU. He'll go to 711 after the triple. No Slurpee for him as he's rebuilding.
Jeff is bleeding edge of a potential max out here. He can get 3. Now he just burned the last one. He will be just under 1 million. So he'll need to set up some post 29 if he wants to break 1 million. But
I think he was kind of indecisive of what he wanted to do. Maybe thinking about, should I build a center well now? But clearly he's not going to get to max out city. Just waiting for this long bar now. He'll sacrifice the board to see if one more bar can show up. Guess what? The game
he's
says
not going to get it.
Oh, there he is.
There it is. He got it. 965. Trent's a couple extra lines. 968.
Clearly the high score of the day on that left side. Alex finishing it out. He's got 9 to go. He's down just under 200K. So he's going to finish it out proud. But we could get double kill screens here, Chris. Let's go.
Yeah, in round 1. So close to double kill screen. So close. But
the commentator's curse does it again.
We didn't have do we have any double kill screens last year?
I'd have to go back and check because that was not a stat I was keeping.
Of course not. I would, why would very good game though.
But certainly something to add to fodder. Yeah, if that happens, I should add that into the notes field of this. But what a best game of the night there, Chris, without a question. Alex, absolute heart, fighting it out, almost the double kill screen. Jeff, a monster game. What else do you expect from the king of friendlies?
So that was the middle point. That was our 5th game. Their peak so far. Will we continue to climb? Will we have a bit of a letdown? Let's see. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Or is Tetris bot saying tortoise?
Oh, tortoise.
Zoomer humor.
Oh.
It's funny because they both sound sort of the same and start with T.
It does. And actually, there you go. The Mr. 99 himself, the inventor of this format, is in the house. Louis. Game number 98 of season 1 was the double kill screen. Which makes sense because that was...
They started super early.
Yeah. They ain't waiting 97 games to get there. Right? Not waiting that long. So Chris, overall, so far, listen, again, we talked about the crescendo right now for these games. The first couple, little rough. We have the one false start so far, but after that, these games have been really entertaining.
Bumpy Heart will appreciate the Italian musical notation.
Oh, would he?
Or not. I mean, maybe those music professors are post using Italian. But a pretty aggressive stack here from Alex, having to make a couple burns. But, when you're having to make burns, taking it in triples and doubles does kind of help. But, Jeff's passed up 100,000, waiting for Alex to get his.
Oh, what a burn from Alex. Wow.
Yeah. Finally gets the Tetris. You can see him mumbling something. I'm sure it's
It wasn't sunshine and rainbows.
Yeah, was it rated G? I'll tell you that.
Yeah, not even PG, I think. Oof.
91. One more score on his board, and he'll get past the threshold.
And he's gonna take that triple. Close. We're getting close.
Nope, not quite.
The double will do it.
There it is. We're in.
All right, we're in an unofficial game. 196 to 100,000. And for those that are statisticians that like that kind of stuff, for a note, in the first season, there were no games or no rounds, I should say, that had 0 full starts. But in season 2, one of the rounds, I think it was round 6, had 0 full start. They went all 9 games without having the threshold being unattained. So they did very well, Jeff and Ben.
And, I was saying I was expecting this crescendo to happen throughout the season, but already seeing a 700,000 point game for KITARU in this first session is plenty of room to keep growing, but that's really impressive. And this game's tightening up a bit. Still 100,000 point advantage for Jeff. He is playing a level ahead.
Yeah, when Chris means a level
scoring potential, that's about maybe a 2 Tetris difference then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, when you say in a level ahead, it's about 10 line difference, which is the transition pace is there. When we move on to 19 and beyond, it'll be 10 lines per.
you can see the deliberate decision making in Alex. He's a lot of players won't think. They've played so many times that they've already made that decision in a different game that they played months or weeks beforehand. Alex, you can see his brain actually calculating these decisions. It seems like a different thought process.
And Richard Wolf in the chat again saying Jeff becoming too good thanks to these best at 99. Yeah, you were streaming outside, but we kind of alluded to that earlier, that the difference of Jeff from 2021 to 2022, you can really start...
Alex.
That was brutal. And there's no Lombard to the rescue to help him at least try to get out. It trolled him at the bottom. He's finished at 255. Jeff at 460. You are good, my friend. I doubt you will look to Mullen here on level 18. But you will earn another crown. He'll go to 4 now, Chris. And he's 1 win away from winning the night, much like he did in last year's event. GG's.
And Alex, it was just a simple, he didn't get a dash control or couldn't get that extra tap in. And again, it felt like he was thinking about the move. It wasn't just a reaction. And that's the type of Tetris player he is. He has that brain in on those, that neck holding up that tremendous brain.
Oh, yeah.
And he uses it. And that's the type of player he is. And that's why he excels at so many different other Tetris games. That's why he can do Secret Grade. That's why he's a TGM Grandmaster.
But he admits in the chat here that brain lagged on the adjust to Tetris and didn't rotate that L. That's difficult.
We have hover 3s, so we will get started in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Who's asking if someone wants to, best in history fighter super puzzle fighter.
Not familiar with that game, but he said he'd be down if somebody hosted it. Well, there you go.
One of the classic color matching games of the 90s.
I hate to say that I was too busy playing the actual Street Fighter, so...
Yeah, the real Street Fighter.
Spending dozens upon dozens of quarters at the arcade to beat up on some young punks that thought they were pretty good, but I was better.
Humpy Heart, what year is it?
Well, depending on who you ask, I mean, retro is in, right, Chris? Retro is in, and
I mean, sadly, 2006, 2008 is now considered retro. Oh, blows the mind.
I know that 1994 is very retro there.
Very, very retro, and I need to get to work on
that. Oh man, there's the subtle hints that we talk about.
Mm-hmm.
I think we were doing those subtle hints last year too, so what a shock. We're about to cross the threshold, Chris. They are going to look to try to make it tried and true. And Alex will do so with this Tetris. He'll do it in style. 121 for him. He's got a lead to start. Jeff at 105. Burning away. Now, let me ask you this, Chris. That's another thing that, you talk about retro is in and, the years of what can be considered retro. For young players that are probably watching today and they're seeing these two legends go at it, what do you think should be some of the takeaways as they watch for the first time maybe these two greats?
Well, obviously stacking. I mean, that's fundamental. I know the meme used to be tappers can't stack and rollers can't stack, but to play into 29 like they do, they have to have those stacking fundamentals to survive and score in those extremely high-paced games. So being able to watch a game like this as a spectator, you can actually see the stacking strategy at a pace that your brain can keep up with it. So this is the way to learn how to play. And then if you can kind of pick up what they're doing strategy level, maybe one of these days I'll actually do that and get a max out like King. Maybe then you can kind of ramp it up and then turn off the thinking part of it and just react, which is what the players do at the ultra high speeds. They get into that situation, they've played it so many times, they know where to put the piece. So playing at 18, even though it is super fast for people who aren't, great at the game, that is still a place where you can learn how to stack and place the game and sort of still think about where you want to put the pieces and get efficient scoring positions.
Totally agree with that assessment. 272 for Alex, 305 for Jeff. I guess we could do it, right, Chris? I mean, we got to take advantage. When you have these two here in the house, it's a close game. We can get a neck alert out. Watch out, everyone. The necks are out. There he is. The neck on the left. Boom! Tetris Jeff. He's doing 99 in a lifetime with his buddy Alex KITARU Kerr. The neck on the right. They are throwing it down. Alex looking to try to stave off and not give Jeff the first round victory, even though we will play all games. So that's the quirk here. Some people were thinking it's first to 50 because it's a best of 99, but it means the best of all 99 games. We're going to play every single one. You're going to get it here on a weekly basis for the most part on the Classic Tetris channel.
Yeah, so even if there was an Oakland A's situation, we would play out the entire season and we would all suffer for it, but that's not going to happen. These two players are too good for that.
I was going to say, Chris, if this is what you call suffering, then let me suffer, baby.
Yeah. No raw sewage in your stadium.
None whatsoever.
I mean, both these players are kind of rooting for, maybe not, but the Oakland A's might be moving to Vegas, and both these players reside there. So,
I mean, they can go and enjoy that beautiful stadium there, the Reliance Stadium, for the home of the Raiders.
Yes, and of course their hockey team is currently in the NHL final. So it's the NBA Finals, the Stanley Cup Final, singular. So,
right,
there's your fun fact of the day.
361 for Alex, 498 for Jeff, as Jeff's about to approach that transition again. Chris, you can see the huge line disparity, but that hasn't really made much of a difference for him tonight. He's playing his own game, man. He's playing his own way.
And this is not a suffer game for Alex. I mean, he is, threatening 400,000 transition, and he's playing aggressive with that column 2 well. He did cover it up, but let's see if the sequence will let him get out of this. Uh-oh. There's the head shake.
Oh, that's
Come on, Alex. We got this, Alex.
Oh, wow. Quick tap of the lumbar to the left side. If he didn't hit that,
there's a line.
Dirty
You can see the delay there. He almost missed that.
Yeah.
And another. He passed it up. He got it.
Gets the second dirty Tetris on row 4 there. And Jeff's in trouble here, Chris.
Jeff's in trouble.
He's going to top out.
560. Alex Kerr, you need a 561. This is a classic line-out situation.
First true chase down of the night here, Chris. And we've seen Alex go through these before in 2020 in the Once in a Lifetime match. He had to chase Jeff down 3 times. He failed twice. Very close on the 2 attempts, but the 3rd time, in order to stay alive in the match, he did it. Let's see if he can do it again. 561, Alex. 561 will be the score.
He had the confident hair flick that your classic narcissistic villains and Japanese RPGs like to do. Let's see if those powers will get him through this chase down. Oh, he needs a line. I don't think this is an intentional dirty setup. Gets the line of the dirty Tetris. Wow.
Excellent confidence.
Still a ways to go. Keep it clean.
As Bidwell mentioned, plenty ways to go, but he's got plenty of room to do it, Chris.
Takes the safe double.
And now if you're Jeff sitting, let him, of course, that's the cliche now. And if you're Jeff sitting right there watching this, you're probably saying to yourself, man, if I played a little safer. You can see that board of his. He's got that one hole about 6 rows up that ended up causing some problems there, and then a mess at the top due to the out of control state of DAS. 560, 542 was the top out score. Alex, it needs only 39,000 more points.
So you're getting roughly 1,000 points per single line here.
I think he's got to get 1 Tetris, I would imagine, to make life a little easier.
Well, he's gonna get a little aggressive here. It's set up. Uh-oh. Give him the peace game. Oh, no. Come on, game. Get it, get it, get it, get it. Got it, got it. 563. He's got it. That's it.
Nice job. The double long bars come. Great. Amazing, right? The long bars come when you need them. He's done it. One to open up the well, the other one to slam the Tetris, to do it in style, like Matthew James Bucco always tells you to finish a game out. Nice job. 572 for Alex. He will take game number 7. And he'll make it 4-3 and make it a very interesting game number 8 coming up, Chris.
This is still a match. I mean, if Alex can take out these last 2, he could take the first series.
And of course, Jeff in the chat says, like a boss. Players are ready to go, Chris. We are now into a very pivotal game number 8. Usually we do it at 4, but we double it now. Count them down.
3, 2, 1, Tetris.
Game number 8, let's make it great. Hell yeah.
The homage to the great Grand Designs. Well, Chris, we'll get to see. He's going to be at the Super Show. He's getting a chance to win a belt. Can you believe that?
Oh, no. As a commissioner, can you allow that to happen?
Yeah, I most certainly will. Because him and Mice, oh my word, they're starting to jaw at each other here, Chris. And right now, oof, Jeff a little bit of
Jeff.
a rough start early on.
Look at all that Swiss cheese. That is not ideal at this point in the match, but this could be a let it top out deal, but Digging Out's going to live up to his name.
Good long bar timing for him to kind of control this board a bit.
Just line by line, getting down, down, down. And with that clear, we are back to scoring position. And I don't think you're going to see a better DAS dig out than what we just saw there.
Although we're getting a little high
now he's getting
again.
droughted. Oh Lord! See what I did? I am sorry, Jeff. Can he get it over? He gets it over. Whew.
He's got it under control,
Oh,
Chris.
man.
He's got it under control.
He dug it out.
Very nicely done. 63,000 for Jeff. Alex already done his part. He's made it to 119 at another Tetris to increase the score to go to 142. Jeff is about a Tetris away from making this an official one where it looked like it was going to be Top Out City. And he's done it. There we go. Another official game, Chris. We are really moving this one along. I think we might have a world record of finishing out this show quickly.
Man. I mean, I like hanging out, but you know, that playing well too. Like there's been lots of transition games. So finishing quickly but effectively.
Most certainly. Now, here's the thing we talk about, I think, every season, Chris, is like they people watching at home or the players might be thinking themselves, why not just use that rule? Why not top out? I think it's important to note here, Chris, right? These guys are really kind of getting themselves into training, perhaps to attend one of these regionals or get involved in the scene at some point. Is it not important that you have to train for dig outs like that? Because if you're playing a competitive sense of a match, there is no 100K rule.
Right. So, I mean, this is an exhibition. We're having fun here. And, you know, when you're a competitor, you don't, giving up is BS. Like, you run out that ground ball. You never know what's going to happen. So, that's how I would probably approach it. But these two are champions for a reason, and I think that's part of their personalities, both of them.
Without question. You're watching on the left-hand side. That is a CTWC finalist from 2016, one of the most memorable tournaments out there, and got to start a huge craze. And of course, he is a former Twitch TV champion. Let's not forget that in the Friendlies universe. And on the right, 2-time finalist of the CTWC. And you know, speak about this, Chris, because you know you've been around a lot, and you know a lot of the history of the CTWC. Speak on how big in that era it was for someone to become a 2-time finalist. You have Jonas, obviously the perennial champion 7 times over, but he normally would have a different competitor each year to face in the final.
Right.
And Alex, basically, you know, aside from Harry, would be the only 2 to have to face him multiple times.
I mean, Harry was always the second favorite at that point in the competition's history. In both years, 16 and 17. And Corian was coming on the scene, and he was going to be the great movie monster Godzilla coming in and taking over our tournament. And that's kind of what everybody expected to happen. And then every year, somebody would upset Corion and have a tremendous run, whether it was, Quaid one year and Alex this year and Jeff the other year. But all of them had amazing runs. Somebody was taking out Harry each of those years. So it was always... And then when they would face Jonas in the finals, it would always kind of go the same way. But, Jeff's in trouble. Whoa, did you... He
that
greased
lumbar.
up those Tetraminos. That's the... And he got a Vitz on top of it.
My word.
I think he greased those pieces. That's the only way I can explain how those got around that.
Yeah, he had a bad misdrop of an L piece that ended up screwing that up, where he had to try to figure out, like, how am I going to work this out? And we talk about brilliant mind for Alex Kerr. Look at his brilliant mind and dash control from this man right here, but he needs a little help. Oh, how'd he get that S over? But he's going to hang the J.
He's going to do it. We're tied up, King.
And we are tied up. What was once a best of 99 now becomes a best of 90. Guess we're about to go to game number 9 here, Chris. We're going to game 9. Alex Kerr has tied it up. Just like they've done the last time they played. They're going to go to a decider to settle this round. GG's.
The drama.
And I'm not going to lie, Chris. There are people out there that probably have not relived or probably need to rewatch that 2020 match the two of them had. But at the end of the day, this is very, very similar to that outcome they had there too, where Jeff was kind of in charge. Alex needed to get a chase down to stay alive in the match, and then Jeff had an early top out in the 4th game, and then they went to the decider where Jeff exploded for the win. And here we go, Chris. We got to explode with game number 9 to end the first week of Best of 99. Go ahead.
3, 2, 1, Tetris. Wow, this has been most unexpected. I thought Jeff would have the more experience coming in here and, maybe win 7-2, 6-3, but at the very least, he's going to either win with a 5-4 or be behind going into round 2 of this competition next week.
And that's exactly what Louis was alluding to. Is man, I wish there were 10 more weeks of something like this. Well, your wish is my command, Lou. We're gonna get 10 more weeks of this type of action. And man, Chris, if they can continue to play this way, I think we're gonna be in for a really great summer.
Oh, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be so good. But let's get no false starts here. Let's get past that threshold.
Early shift there of the S.
Yeah. I might have jinxed it. King. I'm so sorry.
We'll see. Alex maintaining good control. That L is going to come and help out. Let's see if that long bar will go to the left side. And he's got all the right pieces. There you go, Chris. You didn't jinx anything. Commentator's curse is not true. Alex says, nah, I'll shush the crowd. We got this.
I apologized enough. And with that Tetris, we have an official game for game 9. So 1 false start. That was our first game, too. So, honestly, we can just pretend that didn't even happen.
Well, certainly, I can fudge the numbers.
Yeah. Nobody's watching us. Nobody knows.
Jeff, meanwhile, just throwing pieces over that left side. Got a little bit of an awkward... Oh, I didn't like that T placement, but it will work out. He got a square to burn that double. I bet if Jeff watches the replay on that, Chris, he'll probably be like, yeah, that was a bad mistake. RNG forgives him, and he is clean. 145. He's got column number 3 open for scoring. Alex is at 175.
A little Quaid here. I mean, I didn't realize Alex had moved to Vegas, too. So we got Quaid, Jeff, and Alex all living in the Vegas area.
The hop in town, right, Chris?
I know. It's you might need to have an event there or something.
Maybe.
But we got another close game here. 221, now 244. Alex Kerr, 194. Jeff building with a left well, gets the Tetris. Also playing one off the bottom. So little sandy, dirty board here for Jeff Moore. Let's see if he can get that well transferred over.
He's working on it. He's got a huge gap over there to burn a double away. And try to hope that another T or Z piece. There's that T piece.
Oh, you gonna get Tetris up here? 4th floor action?
That's kind of gutsy. That's really gutsy play.
Oh, and the line came one too late. He gets it open, but will we get another one? He gets it. Another one.
Dirty for boom, Tetris Jeff. And then he kind of goes lumbar flat. An interesting decision. He knows the king likes the lumbar flat. And he had to quick tap that J. Otherwise, that was going to hang big time. Jeff kind of playing very aggressive.
Piece control for a DAS player is just off the charts.
He wants a J. Lombard will come, burn the triple, and a Lombard to fix up that right side for a second triple. He's at 263. Alex is the one in control now, Chris. He's got the better board. He's looking sharp.
And Jeff playing aggressive, maintaining that left well. Had a line piece that could have taken a safety triple. And this is a little early to be taking a risk like that. You're not behind by that much, but that's why Jeff is Jeff. Gets the dirty Tetris, gets the well transfer. Now he's back to a regular board at 296, 390. So 100,000 point difference here. Approaching transition. Fun final, fun decider.
Wow. You know, matches don't always have to be high scoring there, Chris, to be entertaining. It's about the survival and the wherewithal for players to make it through and give us a show. And that's exactly what these two are doing. 342 for Jeff, 415 for Alex. As we approach the 19 speed, Jeff will get there first, obviously, with a lot of burning and pushdowns. Alex will get there at his leisure. And interesting comment here in the chat, Chris. We got D Money 36007. Then can we get a Connect stream? I feel that game isn't getting the recognition it deserves. Well, I'm sure that could be something in the works, right, Chris? There's a lot of things that'll be happening over the next several months here on the Classic Tetris channel. The first thing is that Friendlies is moving over here. So I'm sure a lot more content to come.
And Tetris's 40th birthday's next year, so there's a lot of spitballing going on about what we can do to celebrate all of the flavors of Tetris that are out there in the competitive scenes. So, but look at this, 500 transition for Alex with another Tetris. He's probably gonna be near 550, so he's saving his best for last. And Jeff Moore is catching up here. Still behind by 100,000 points. He's also ahead about 2 levels now. But Jeff Moore is in his element. He's got a clean board. Maybe he's one of those games where he just has a terrible 18 and just turns it on in 19. And Alex knows all about that feeling in his finals with Jonas in 2017, where he was well ahead at the transition and Jonas just roared past him post-transition. So
yeah.
Hate to bring up that memory, but you know that's one of those classic moments. But Alex is playing it really well, though, right now. He's not choking it. He didn't even choke that game in 17, by the way. That was just Jonas being Jonas at that particular time.
Agreed. And look at this, Chris. We're making it a little more interesting right now.
Ooh.
Boom!
It's out of 70, down to 40. And Alex has that clean board as long as the line piece comes one too late, gets the very lucky second salty run back line there. But Jeff holding out and gets a Tetris. 627, 585. We are racing toward the kill screen in the best game of the night, possibly.
Jeff looking for some help. He needs J's and
Ooh,
L's.
look at that spin.
My word, Alex.
Unconventional, and it worked out so well. That's the brain game.
Jeff is begging RNG for some help. He's getting some pieces, not the ones he exactly needs. The J will come. The Lombard gets all the way to the left side. Snaps the S piece. Lost dash with the bar. He couldn't get it to where he wanted in column 2. He wanted the J. Oh, wow. What a move to get that L.
Wow.
But Jeff is running out of room.
Everything. He needs a line.
Oh, no. He can't get the L.
Alex Kerr is going to take game number 9. Pick series number 1 and mulling this out, sir. You deserved it.
Without question. What a finish. Roles reversed.
Stronger and stronger as the night went on. And he's not quite With a super aggressive play, I think we can hit 1,000,000 points, but let's see how this plays out.
Alex will take his time now that he knows
Come
he
on,
has the
game.
match.
There it is.
You might see a little bit more aggression from him.
Well, I might as well at this point.
He would like.
Dependency filled in, needs the line. Oh, it comes one too late. You see that classic Alex Kerr head shake. Gets the line, breaks 800,000. His best game of the night by far. 19 lines to go.
Take the bar in for the Tetris.
Tuck Tetris. Gets the Vits. Is he going to go left well here to finish out?
I mean, we could see a center well start to form a little bit here.
I think that's, yeah, maybe goes for some 29 Tetrises. Is it 900,000? He has 2 Tetris potential that would put him at 970. So if he can, nope, that's not going to happen.
Not going to happen, but certainly without a shadow of a doubt, Chris, you mentioned his best game of the night. He saves the best for last. He gives, boom, Tetris with Jeff a taste of his own medicine. Jeff beat him up in the fifth and final decider. In 2020, Alex Kerr says, I give it right back to you, buddy. You're mine. And this match is done. Alex Kerr will take round 1 of the best of 99. GG's. The bell has sounded, and we
GG's for every game, honestly, to be good sports, but that was a literal great game.
Oh, without question, that was a literal great game. And we'll go to the winner scene. There he is, Chris. He's sporting a pretty trendy mustache, if I must say so. And handsome devil right there. Legendary Classic Tetris player, but not only in the Classic Tetris realm, he's a legendary Tetris player all around. He does TGM. He does anything you could imagine. This guy is a puzzle machine. He's a brilliant mind. And he's the winner of the opening round for the best of 99. Chris, man, I can't wait for the rest of the next 10 rounds that are coming up.
Ah, the Hatris World Championship. How did we not bring that up?
Oh, my word. I forgot. How could I forget? The 2022, right, Chris? Yeah, my years are blending together. The 2022 World Hatris Champion, Alex KITARU Kerr, in the house, man. He's got smiles on there, and I think everybody has smiles everywhere, even his opponent tonight. Barbecue at his place real soon, Chris. And who knows? It was asked to me before. If we can make it happen, we'll try to make it happen. But you may see round 11 live.
Ooh, yeah.
The two of them toe-to-toe, live and in living color at the same location. Who knows? You might see it. Wow. What a way to get the summer kicked off here, Chris. GG's.
What fun. I'll see you all next week for sure, hopefully.
And there you have it, Chris. That is round 1 of the best of 99 here on the Classic Tetris channel. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in to our kickoff of the summer of a lot of great events. There's a lot of stuff happening, Chris, in the world of Classic Tetris. This channel is just about to pop off. So much action about to happen, and things will get kicked off with the Friendly Super Show, Chris. We are a week away from that. We're going to get a round 2 before that. You'll be back here with me next Wednesday for this, and then you'll be with me Friday, June the 16th. How can I forget that, right, Chris? I'm a goofball.
The Bidwell King doubleheader. I'm loving it.
Yeah, of course. We got a tag team for that. There it is. Tetris Friendly's Reckoning. Coming up Friday, June 16th. We got a hell of a card here, Chris. I'm going to run it down real quick so people that are watching tonight know exactly what to expect for that super show that is coming up. And one of the matches here we talked about, everybody knows who that guy is. Hell yeah! Grand Designs! He's going to get his first ever title shot. He's going to play the Maestro. Chris, you know these two guys very well. GD, a prominent figure in organizing in his Classic Tetris Awards that everybody loves. All those crazy 8-way scenes that he sets up. And Maestro, the Das Revolution, Chris. He's a perennial at the Ohio. Man, this is an electric match. Very emotional, too. They had a lot of words to say to one another.
Well, GD always has a lot of words, so that goes without saying.
Oh, well, without question. And then and then we go for that silver belt, the next highest prize, our Intercontinental title here in the Friendlies universe, Chris. It is Toby, a legendary Guitar Hero player. He's going to get his chance to play Poopy Old Hag, who had the upset over Trapzone not too long ago to upset her and take that silver belt away. So the two of them are going to go toe-to-toe. And the storyline behind this, Chris, is that Toby lost to Poopy in the match that got Poopy to get the title shot. So this is a role reversal. Now Toby has a chance to rectify the history and perhaps be the champion. That is excellent. And then this one, Chris, this is one I kind of mentioned before. I think this is going to be the biggest battle you've ever seen in the Friendlies universe. Two of the greatest Friendlies champions of all time. The one on the left there, the outstanding Twitch TV champion. He held the belt for so long, 10 straight title defenses before he lost to Jeff in the Twitch TV championship against the man that has got the Roman Reigns run on the Friendlies belt. 525 plus days and counting, Chris Huff. Wow, this is unelected. And honestly, Vinky is in his prime right now. This guy is looking good. He actually, today, Chris, got 2 million PB score. Wow.
That's the threshold now. That's the elite of the elite now, right?
I mean, he's making a statement. He just won the Faster Masters this past month for CTM. He's on a high, Chris, and he's claiming that he could be the one to end the Roman Reigns streak for Huff. We'll see about that. And then, of course, your favorite belt there, Chris, and your favorite player, Tugi, returns. He's going to defend his championship against a lot of people high on this young man right there. Leo from Bulgaria, the Bulgarian Brute, is going to try to take that belt away. Tugi's kind of been relenting on defending it, but he's going to have to contractually make his obligation and face this young superstar of DAS. It's going to be explosion, Chris. I can't wait. This is a good one. And, Chris, the one that you get, the main event for Reckoning. Oh, my word. If you don't know these young guys, I know you should know that young man on the right there, Chris. He's a young man that, is very emotional. He takes this game very seriously, and he wants to be the best. That young man on the right is the confusing Poke, K-Poke, for those that remember at the CTWC World Championships, and kind of got the spark going about line caps when he played Eric in that fabled chase down games that he basically had Eric beat every time, Chris, but Eric's ability to play that 29 was the difference. And certainly he's going to look to try to prove everybody wrong and say that he wasn't a fluke. He's ready to return to the Classic Tetris scene after taking a very long break. And he's going to play that young man on the left, Chris, is the next big thing in Classic Tetris. Noah Dang, the Dangler. He's like the next dog here, Chris. This guy is a 5-tool player. He's got all the stuff. He's tremendous, and he certainly could be a world champion down the road.
That's an interesting picture, too. Like, a lot of these pictures, they don't quite fit the fireball in the background. That's a A-plus promo pick right there on the left.
Oh, without question. But the other thing, Chris, is that there's a lot of juice behind these guys. They don't like each other. They don't like... This is old school, man. Old school wrestling vibes. They despise each other. And this is the penultimate to their rivalry, the climax, if you will. It's coming to a head at the Super Show, and I am very excited. And you and I will get to call it. That will certainly be one for the ages, and I can't wait.
There will be some broken L pieces, R.I.P. the Iron Sheik.
Oh, thank you for reminding me about that. Yeah, didn't really want to open the show with that, but of course, R.I.P. to Sheiky Baby, one of the greats, Bubba, and he'll be sorely missed. So, fond memories of the Sheik, right? And I don't know if you watched, Chris. They had the documentary on this past weekend for him.
Oh no!
Yeah, they on Sunday night. I watched the documentary. It was very good. I recommend people watch it because if you're not familiar with the Sheik, obviously, it was back in that era where, the larger than life characters were being presented and things like that, and the play on the Cold War and all that stuff that was going on at the time. So
we need some 75-pound Tetris blocks to fling around like they're weights and train before a match. I think those would be appropriate.
We really should. Maybe we do that live at a regional event or maybe a big show one day, right, Chris?
Yeah. Be hard to get him on the plane, but we'll see what we can do.
Most certainly, we'll see what we could do. And of course, Boom Tang paying his respects as well. Rest in peace to the Sheiky Baby. All right, Chris. Well, with that said, I think it is time to call it a night. I'd like to, again, thank everybody for watching. And, of course, biggest shout out to the guys that were playing. Without question, those guys are tremendous and are the best. So thank you very much. And we're going to head it over to the man that just won the match. He's doing a little secret grade before he probably signs off, Chris. We gotta take advantage before he leaves, man.
Yeah.
Take advantage before he leaves. I think he was about to turn.
Thanks, everybody.
I think he was about to turn off the console, but I'm gonna rate him. I'm gonna make you play, sir. I'm gonna make you play for like another 10 minutes. Go ahead. We don't get to see you enough of you. 68 viewers. Where's that 69th viewer? Come on, hey now. Where the hell are you? Go and watch.
There it is.
Ah! Yeah. Go watch Alex KITARU Kerr. He'll play a couple of rounds before he calls it a night. Thanks so much, and we'll see you all next week on this Classic Tetris channel. The best of 99 continues.